Wednesday, May 17th, 07:37 a.m. New York time. Good morning. So we're in the middle of the week. Let's do a recap, review what's been happening since Sunday night on the futures. Looking at the daily chart on the S&P 500 futures. So we're currently inside candle from the prior day. Tight consolidation here. Let's put it on the higher time frame, the weekly. Weekly, also, we haven't taken out the week of high or low of last week. That's interesting. Yep. Smaller trading range too. The 10-year yield has been trending up the past few days and broke above this supply zone, leading more bullish bias to interest rates going higher. We did test this zone, rejected it. But again, we're still closed above this one. Let's take it to the higher time frame. The weekly. Yep, the weekly. So look at the weekly here. Yep. Took out above that inside candle last week, tested and rejected this large supply zone. Tight consolidation here. The US dollar trending up strong, new high of the week. On a weekly. So now each candle's a week. And this trend down we did a consolidation. Look at that. Now we're trending back up. Took out the high of last week. Broke above the Fibonacci level, 0.382. And also broke above this supply zone. So one expects it's going to, well, no, by the close of this week, but it's holding above this midpoint of that big impulse move up. So the likelihood of this trend is going to continue going higher. And if it breaks that 0.618, well, again, data shows, history shows that if it breaks that, it probably is on a retracement back down. It shouldn't break this swing low. Might even take out this high, 106. And this high. And seeing this 109, 110 is huge. Let's do that now. Label midpoint of that huge downward candle. So if this goes higher, that's going to put more pressure on the downside of many commodities. And strong dollar makes imports cheaper. Let's go into the next. Crude oil, tight acceleration range. Put on a weekly. Q in the weekly drawings. There we go. So we did break the low of last week. Back inside of it. Gold trending down, testing this demand zone of prior buyers. I don't like that big move down that we had yesterday. So I'm considering to close my long position, even if it's a break even. I'll see what happens today. Let's put it on a weekly. Look at the weekly. A lot of buyers have been stepping in here, so maybe we'll hold here. But again, the current trend is lower highs. Concern. Again, there's an opportunity. If I close the bullish position, I could just open a new position bearish. That's something to consider too. The euro, do low for the week. Bottom of this demand zone, put on a weekly. Again, the euro is the largest weighted currency in the US dollar. That's why there's so much similarity. So look at this. Yep. Big first down. Let's go look at three more currencies. The British pound, new low for the week. On the weekly. Yep, same thing. Coming into this prior demand zone. Australian dollar, new low for the week. And Australian dollar is more heavily weighted towards Commodities. Yep. So again, stronger US dollar hurts them in many ways. Same with Canada and New Zealand because they're heavily weighted, their countries, on commodities. Look at here on the weekly. Took out that low. Let's extend this demand zone out further. And the Canadian dollar all over the place. Jeez. Yep. Yesterday tested that midpoint, rejected it. Let's put on a weekly. Cue the weekly drawings. There we go. So it took out the low of last week in tight consolidation. And we'll finish this off by putting it on the 4 hours numbers. Let's see what's going on here. Yep. ES, S&P 500 futures, a lot of price activity. 4,125. Yields, a lot of price action. Support resistance have been at 3.5. Yep. The US dollar, a lot of price action between the 102.75 and 102.25. Crude oil, $70 has been acting as a key to buying zone. Gold, wow. Okay, I'm going to end it here.